Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing good.
Good deal, bro. This is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the profound honor today of speaking with my friend and Instagram legend, MARSHAL RIGMA. Welcome, my friend. It is good to have you on today. It is my profound privilege and honor to get to talk to a legend like yourself.
Thank you. I don't know about all the legend stuff. I still
Oh,
consider
you're
myself a newbie, seriously. When it comes to like photography, I feel like I still have like a lot more to learn.
well.
I'm very flattered though. I really am.
Oh, good. Well, you should be, because honestly, from my perspective, I've been following you for a while now, and you really take some of the coolest shots out there. I mean, you really know how to make the boots look like almost cinematic, if that makes sense. Like
Yes.
you're able to capture their true badassery. It's not like you're just capturing them in their natural habitat. Like you have a way of really making them, like, accentuating them and making them look like they're in an action movie or something like that. You know what I mean?
You know what? When I first started, I just used my iPhone. That was my only camera that I used, and when I take the shots with it, like from the very first shots that I took, especially when I started posting on IG, I didn't like it at all. I had to find a way to improve it. So what I did was find a lot of apps. What I do is I started with one app, and I didn't like how that one was, so I get another app, and then I would just continuously keep improving it until I got it to the where I want it to be.
Yeah, man, that is so awesome. Yeah, like I don't do anything too fancy myself. Like I like to use the Instagram, just sort of like the standard editing tools that Instagram includes, you know what I mean? If I must be honest, all I really do is here, I'll show you. Like here's a picture of some boots, and all I do is I just I take this top thing and I press that,
Yeah.
and then I just like mess with that, and that's usually all I do. That's as
No,
fancy
I
as I
actually
get.
like your photos though. It's really nice. I
Oh,
really do.
cool,
I really
cool.
like
Thank
it.
you.
Some of the
Thanks, man.
poses that I see on IG, I try to like imitate it too into the way I want it to be. But yeah.
Right, right. I hear you. Yeah, and that's what's so awesome about IG is, like, we all get the opportunity to sort of influence one another in positive ways and inspire one another. And I got to say, like, your shots are just so, I mean, they
Thank
really,
you.
yeah, they're just some of the best. I mean, and you really capture a lot of good vibrancy with them too. Like I'm looking at your recent one with, you had like red pants and
Oh,
white. Man.
it's really hard to capture, especially in my office area. The lighting there really sucks because
Okay.
it's too bright, and I have to fix the exposure, the aperture, and everything.
I
It's
see.
always a hassle for me every time I try to take a photo on that one. Yeah.
I see. I think this is true. Like a lot of us, we have to work with like what we have around us. Not all of us live in like super picturesque areas. So like
Yeah.
like most of my boot shots, I just do on my porch, out back. Even then it's not ideal. Like I have like a plant that tipped over and it's in like all my recent shots, and I keep meaning to like fix it, but I forget every time I go out there, so it's still in there in every picture. So
Yeah, I mean, lighting wise, for me, yeah, it's very, very crucial, especially
yeah.
when I take my photos. If I use my iPhone, I'd rather take it on a cloudy day than on a sunny, because sometimes it'd be too bright and it won't capture like the whole thing. But then I started using the Fujifilm, the camera that I have, which it really helps because it takes a lot of sharp pictures and everything like that. But I'm still trying to learn from that one too. So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and that's my brother. He has a Fuji, and he's always taking pictures and trying to give me hints and tips and stuff. But yeah, like up till now, like I really just have used the iPhone. Like that's like the most easy thing, I guess.
iPhone is good.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. You know what I mean? But yeah, those Fujis. I think Ticho Blanco. I think he uses a Fuji, and
Oh, really?
his come out really good.
His photos is someone I really admire too.
Yeah.
Like really, really admire his. If you want to see like talk about people that are legendary, him, Pisca Laces, his
Oh
shots is
yeah.
always nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like his all his boot shots are always clean and sharp. I really like it.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. Pisca Range, I think, the guy that runs the
Yeah.
Pisca laces. Yeah, I actually do. You have any of his laces? I don't have any of his yet.
I haven't.
Okay,
I've been
okay.
planning to though. I want to.
Yeah. I know Angel at Nobleman's Apothecary. He praises those laces, and I think they're pretty sharp. I don't doubt that they're very tough laces. What trips me up a little bit is they kind of look like hiking laces. Like they kind of look like nylon synthetic laces, whereas I
Yeah,
like I guess I just like the rawhide laces more. I could tell you like rawhides too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do. I really do.
absolutely. Yeah, rawhides are amazing.
If I would get a Pisgah lace, I'd probably get one that would be one that's pretty vibrant and stand out to like help capture like the boots more.
That would be a good move. Yeah, laces are tricky. I've realized this over the years myself. Like you could have an idea, oh, this lace is really going to pop with these boots, but then you put them in and like something, it doesn't always work out the way you think. Like sometimes some of the red laces I see guys throw red laces into their Aldens and yeah, they pop, but they don't always look 100% right in them
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I know.
So
I know how you.
yeah, it's just kind of like you just have to put them in. You literally like I've even tried to be lazy and set the laces up against the boot just to see, and even then, like you can't tell till they're laced up. You have to lace them up. You got to put them in and lace them up.
What laces did you use for your smoke ramblers? Those are really nice.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think those are gray rawhide laces from Guarded Goods.
Okay, yeah, those are really nice.
Oh, thank you.
I think that one really, really matched well with the smoke rambler.
Yeah, it really set it off. I wanted to bring out the gray, if that makes sense, because the Smoke
Yeah.
Rambler, if I'm being completely honest, I was expecting it to be more of a mid gray, and it's actually more of like a lighter gray, almost an off-white, I would say. So I wanted to get like super slate gray laces to sort of bring out accentuate the grayness of them, if that makes sense. Before that, I had rawhides in there from my cobbler, and they were like an off-white, and they worked, but I didn't love them, so I swapped them out for the gray rawhides from Guarded Goods, and yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
that was I love Guarded Goods laces. They've never let me down. So
I had to check them out.
yeah, I'll send you the link. Yeah, in fact, they're olive rawhides, which I have in these Trumans
Olive.
here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, olive for some reason works well in almost everything. I can't explain why. And my apologies on the crappy camera. I can't
No,
explain
no.
why, but olive just works so well in so many different boot builds. I don't know why. Like I could throw them in black, I could throw them against brown, I could throw them against tan, navy. It all works.
Man,
It's
I gotta
bizarre.
check that out.
Yeah,
My
yeah, definitely.
my bounty hunters here. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I think they could use an olive one.
they
Could
could.
be. Yeah, yeah, they could.
Yeah, those are a very similar aesthetic to these actually. These black Trumans, yeah. Except yours has like a higher ankle on
Yeah,
the
these are
right.
the 8 inch.
Wow,
Yeah, this is my
dude.
my first custom one. So this one I'm very proud of. I really like it.
Yeah, man, those are beautiful. Holy crap! They got the gusseted tongue all the way up.
Hmm.
Wow.
This one actually, I saw Sunny from Sunnitor. I think that's how you say his. Yeah, he has
Yeah.
one just like this. I saw it and I was like, I gotta get it. The only difference is I think he got the Vibram composite. I think compared to mine, mine is the mini half lug. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Oh man, those are just incredible. Yeah, I would opt for something like that. I would probably get those if I didn't have these already. Like these kind of already fit that same kind of a bill, except yours have like really cool perforations on the toe. Like mine
yeah.
is just the
The
standard cat
Medallion
toe.
Cap toe. Give you a little
Yeah.
closer look
Wow.
here. Yeah, and this is the dress brown, so it's a T-core leather, so it'll start showing the lighter brown area afterwards.
Oh, I
So
thought those were black.
no, they're not. Everyone always thinks they're black, but they're dark brown. They're very dark brown. But when
Wow,
you see it in the light, it's yeah, you'll see that it's brown.
man, those are stunning. I love
I've
those.
seen yeah, I've seen dress browns online. Those that have really aged in patina, and they look so beautiful. So I'm
Oh yeah.
hoping these will turn out too.
Especially if you don't like add color to them. Like if you just let them like condition them with neutral stuff and don't
Yeah.
add any color, like any colored waxes or creams or anything, they're gonna look amazing in a few years. I mean, what's funny, not to get off on a tangent, but Chrome Excel in a lot of ways, like this is just black Chrome Excel. Chrome Excel in a lot of ways is a T-core in and of itself
Yeah,
because
it is.
so I covered it back up with Armstrong's all natural black boot wax, but there were areas of this boot that were showing like the outer sort of paint was like wearing down and revealing brown undertones. So that was pretty cool. But you know, these are black boots and I wanted to kind of just keep them black. So
You just want to keep
that's
them
what I
black.
did.
My cruisers are the same. I think you could see a little scuff over here, but you can probably see it's
Yeah.
like a little brown. Yeah.
Wow.
This one too. I tried to keep it black also.
What are those called again? Those are your
The 350 cruisers.
the cruisers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You
So
have two pairs of those, right?
yeah, the first one was my the burgundy one. Actually, I wanted to get the black one first, but they were all sold out, and I wanted it right away. I
Yeah.
was a little newbie when it came to boots and everything, so I just got the burgundy. And then a few months later, I was like, what the hell? I'll just order it and wait for it to come in. And then I got it with the 100 lug Vibram. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say Vibram. Apparently the correct pronunciation is Vibram, but
Vibram.
yeah, I prefer Vibram. I think Vibram sounds better.
I say
But
both. I always say Vibram or Vibram. Yeah.
yeah, I stick with Vibram. That's what feels natural for me to say. But those look really cool with the screws in there. Like
Yeah.
that's badass. I don't have any boots like that have screws in the
Uh,
lug.
my
Those are
other bounty hunters actually they have
okay.
screws on them too. Yeah.
Oh
If you can
my,
see. Yeah.
that
They're
is so
also
cool.
I have a thing about Vibram 100 lug soles. I have a thing about that one. I really like it. So
They're so striking. They're so they just scream. They're like the epitome of badassery. You know what I mean?
yes, indeed.
And actually, I wanted to ask you a little bit about yourself too, because we have something in common. We're both veterans. You're a Navy veteran, right?
Yes, I am.
Cool, cool. How long were you in the Navy for?
I was 8 years in the Navy.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you for your service too.
Oh yes, absolutely. I only did 4 years myself.
Well, what branch?
I was in the Air Force. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. Oh, by the way, what are you drinking over there, man? You got
Coffee.
okay.
Yeah, I'm actually staying at a hotel or motel actually. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I live pretty far. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Where are you at currently?
It's actually near SFO, San Francisco.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
cool. Very nice. Yeah, I was just out in California this past summer, about a year ago now. We flew into LAX, I believe,
Yeah.
and then we rented a car. We drove all around the national parks, and we ended in SFO, San Francisco. We flew out of San
Oh, okay.
Francisco. I love it out west. So do you live in California then?
Yeah. I will be moving soon, probably in June. Yeah. I'm moving to the east at Boston, actually. Near Boston, but not Boston. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
have family over there. So
Amazing. Yeah, we were in Boston. Our trip prior to that, we drove up to Maine to look at my father-in-law was shopping for cabins up in Maine. And so we drove north and we hit Boston for a night. That was an incredible place to stop. I really enjoyed it. Like the food scene, the city, the history. It was a great time. We did the Boston Tea Party tour. That was a lot of fun.
I've only been there like twice and that's it.
So did you grow up around there or?
No, actually I moved around a lot. I'm a military brat. So I'm
Oh,
second generation Navy. So I never really
okay.
have a place to call home.
That is
I moved
amazing.
around
Cool.
more. Yeah.
I got to move around a little bit. I got to live in Texas, Hawaii, California. California is my favorite. Well, actually, Hawaii was my favorite. California is a very close second, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I lived in Hawaii too.
oh, you did? Okay.
I went to high school over there.
No kidding. Man, how was that? How long were you in Hawaii for?
I believe 3 years.
Cool.
3 years, and then my dad, what do you call it? Well, my parents had a divorce at that time, so they moved out to. Well, my mom stayed, and my dad went to California, and I went with him.
That Hawaii, that's actually where I got my first, that's where I got into style. Like I lived in Waikiki, like the touristy area, and right 2 blocks from me was a shop called Turno, which you know, in Waikiki they have all those luxury shops. They have like Prada, Louis Vuitton, Salvatore
Yeah,
Ferragamo,
yeah.
Gucci, Bulgari. There's a watch shop called Turno that sold like Omegas and
Oh,
Panerai,
okay.
Tag, and yeah, U-boats. Just so many cool watches. And anyways, I strolled into there one day in my board shorts, you know, and I saw that they had an Omega Speedmaster for,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was like on sale for like, they were asking like $1,600 for it, and I didn't even know.
1,600.
Yeah, it was insane, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I was young and dumb, and I just said, if you can knock 10% off that, I'll take that. It was out of the whole case. That was the only watch that was like screaming to me, like, buy me. And I never bought anything that expensive, especially not on a whim like that. But they agreed to it. And so like I walked out the door, like I think with taxes and everything, it was like 1580 or something.
Oh,
Yeah, insane. And so that's where I got into watches. So, and what really sucks though is like one floor up, I think in that shopping center was Leather Soul Hawaii, which sold Aldens. And I think I walked in there once and saw like the price tag, and I just walked right out. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. I'm not spending that kind of money on boots.
I used to think that way.
Yeah, yeah. I think we all used to at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that'll lead me to my next question I had for you was what
Mhm.
was the what was your introduction to boots? What was your grand beginning with getting into boots?
So military was actually the very first time I started wearing boots. And for me, boots at that, when I first started in the Navy, they were just work boots. After I'm off, I take them off and I put sneakers on. And then it didn't take long until I was like browsing through online around 2015. Yeah, I believe that was when I started getting my Iron Rangers right here. This boot is the one that started it all for me. This one. This is it's 6 years old. It's my pride and joy. The thing
Oh,
about this boot, it would kind of like decide for me if I was gonna stay and like, and get into like boots or not, because these boots were so horrible breaking in that I
yes.
was so afraid to wear them. Yeah, and I don't know. I just one day I was like, you know what? I want to fight this beast because I want to wear them. Came home one day after 8 hours of wear, and my feet was sore, but I was happy. I just kept
Nice.
on doing it every day. Yeah. Then it finally, about a month later, they broke in, and then I wanted more.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next boots after this was whites, and I got the burgundy ones, right? And I had the smoke jumpers, also the original smoke jumpers, because I really like how it looks. And then especially the job that I'm doing at the airport, I really wanted to get that. I saw your channel, right, for Truman's, and you were the first, what do you call that, that introduced me into Truman's. So once I saw that, I went to Truman's and I got me the black wax flesh. Yeah, I got that one. Yeah, thank you for introducing me to Truman's.
Oh man, my pleasure. I mean, thank you for keeping my interest very high in whites and other things like that too. I mean, that, and like I say, that's what's so awesome about our community is, you know, we each take slightly different paths, and we show each other the stuff we discover along the way. We help each other in the long term, you know what I mean? And we see the same thing happening with the Indonesian makers now too. It's like I was hesitant to start trying those out just because, you know, I talked to Sagara like years ago about doing a custom order, but it was just weird, like talking to somebody through DM and then, you know, working it out and then sending them money through PayPal, and just, I don't know, it was just strange, I guess. I wasn't
Yeah.
used to that process. So now that I'm doing it, I'd say I'm still very much in the introductory phase of getting into the Indonesian brands. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's really been a glorious experience. But those Red Wings, man, are those in the copper rough and tough leather?
No, these are the Amber Harness 8111.
Okay, amber harness,
Yeah.
classics. Those are so great. Like, I don't have any Iron Rangers, but if I was going to buy one, it would be those. It would either be those or the mule skinners. I like the mule skinners too.
You know, I just ordered those.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So I've been seeing online, everybody has a lot of rough outs, and I don't have a lot of rough outs. All I have are wax flesh.
Right.
Yeah. I need to get me more rough outs.
Yeah, rough out. I think you'll enjoy them. I think you're gonna love them. And rough out is surprisingly a very good work boot leather. You know, it's lightweight, it breathes, it doesn't take on scars and scuffs as bad as you would think. Like, I think that's everybody's concern with like the lighter colored rough outs is, you know, if I spill coffee on these, it's gonna leave a permanent stain. But it doesn't. It doesn't get beat up very bad at all. So I mean, it will over time, but I'm sure you'll discover that along the way. So
Yeah, I actually like it when a boot gets more scuffs and everything.
yeah,
Gives it more character.
amen.
Compared to when it's brand new.
Amen. Well said.
Yeah.
I don't like them looking pristine forever. And unfortunately, I have a large rotation now. You could see like behind me, like none of these boots I'm currently wearing because like I'm trying to break in all my other boots that I have upstairs. So ridiculous. Yeah.
Nah, you know, we're boot collectors. That's how.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's what we do. It comes with the territory. So, so you got into it first through your Iron Rangers, and then you transitioned over to the whites, and you have like, by my eye, you have like 3 pairs of whites.
Hold on, let me count it.
Okay.
2 cruisers, a smoke jumper, 5.
5. Okay. This is something that I'm interested in is because like probably one of the most frequent comments I get on my channel is, when are you going to try whites? When are you going to try whites? And what throws me off is their ordering process, like their sizing process. You go through like the foot sketch thing that they have you do, or
no?
Okay.
So I learned by trial and error. So my cruisers, right? My cruisers are 7.5, and I have to wear thick socks for these, but they still fit really well, right?
Yeah.
But I should have ordered a 7D, and I realized that. And the reason why I ordered a 7.5 is because my Iron Rangers is 7.5, and they told me to get the same size, right? But actually, that was my Brannock size. So my real size for whites and the Red Wings for the 8 last is 7D for me. So yeah, these I have to put what do you call that? A comfort sole for these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
that's the thing about me too. I have a sensitive heel, right? So this boot here is the reason why I have a sensitive heel. It messed it up so bad that all my boots that I have to wear comfort soles. The only ones that I don't is my whites, because they have the arch ease, and I cannot preach it enough about the arch ease. It works wonders.
Cool. I haven't tried any of that, but I've heard that a lot of guys have had good luck with it. So I think Parkhurst, they charge like an extra $30 or $50 to have that put into their boots, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll have to double check, but yeah, that's cool though that those worked out for you. So would you say that the sizing between Red Wing and whites is? Would you say that your Iron Rangers are maybe a half size smaller than the whites, since the 7D and the whites fit you better than the 7.5? You had the 7.5 in the Iron Rangers. Like, are your Iron Rangers a perfect fit too, or?
7D, they're a perfect fit for the Iron Rangers. For the whites, it's kind of tricky sometimes, because these right here are 7D also. My cinnamon wax flesh, and I feel like it's still a little too big for me.
Okay.
So yeah, but these here fit me perfect, and they're 7D also.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is. It's weird. I think it's because of the 100 lug sole. Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the thing about sizing is weird. Sizing is just
It
weird.
is.
Like I've deliberated on this so much. Like even I have some boots from the same brand in the same size, and one of them just fits larger than the other, and I can't explain why. Well, I think I do have an explanation. I think for example, sometimes suede boots feel like they're floppier on my foot than other types of leathers like chrome
Oh,
excel
okay.
or waxed flesh. There's so many anomalies. Like for example, yesterday I wore my honey glazed shell cordovan Ottawa boots from Grantstone, and you know what, they felt a little big on me. But then the Edward boot in the same last from the same company in the same size fits me perfectly, like their Edward boot, which is the plain toe model. So for some reason, the mock toe just seems to fit a little looser than the plain toe, but it's the same last, and it's the same leather, it's the same color. It's even the same color of shell. Sizing is always hard, and you know, it's one of those things that if you don't watch yourself, you could start driving yourself crazy thinking about it.
Yeah, it's always a hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
If for whites only, but everything else is like for Truman's. I'm a 7D also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is very valuable information because yeah, the reason why I'm so hesitant with like sending in my sketch is because whenever I've had somebody look at my dimensions or look at my foot and size me, they've always sized me wrong. They always size me too small, and so I'm paranoid about that. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like, most of my life I was wearing like 8D or well 8.5 sneakers, dress shoes, and I was always kicking them off because they just fit too small. And so now I'm paranoid of being sized too small. So I always lean towards like sizing more generously. So that's been my tactic. And yeah, so but no, that's valuable information because I do want to order some whites. I was always curious like how they sized in comparison to like Truman. So if you know, if you say take your same Truman size, like your same Truman 79 last size in the whites, I think that's probably good advice. Like just standard half size
Yeah, I
down
think.
from Brannick.
Yeah, I think so. Which one would you choose from the whites?
Ooh, good question. I might go for the Bounty Hunters. That seems to be
Yeah,
like one of their most iconic models, and
it is.
it's got that 8-inch. You said 8-inch shaft.
You can choose 6, 7, 8, or 10, I believe. But yeah, you can go up high.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go for the 8-inch. I really like yours. I like the proportionality of it. I think it's tall without being too tall. I think it's just like
Yeah,
just
Baker's has a whole ton of leather too that you can pick out. There is a lot. Yeah.
that's awesome. I need to make it happen eventually. I think you might be the catalyst that that pushed me over the edge, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I'm done buying whites. For sure, I'm gonna give me another whites, probably another bounty hunter. I
Okay.
just don't know what leather I'm gonna choose this time. Yeah,
Right. Right. Which leather do you have any in particular in mind or
the oil tan Latigo. I think that one looks interesting. And distress. I think that's what they call it. I'm not sure.
okay.
Yeah, but it's one of those. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Latigo one is very interesting. I like that one.
Yeah, Latigo, Latigo. Yeah, that's always an amazing leather to look at. I think Phil at Ashland Leather, he's been running so it's like a turquoise Latigo, and it's just so vibrant and
Yeah.
turquoise colored. It's so beautiful. Yeah. So I don't actually own any Latigo myself. Like, so I'd love to see more of it because I'm always intrigued by Latigo.
I remember Truman's came out with one. I should have got that one,
Yeah, I
but I
remember
was so
that.
hesitant to get it though. But yeah,
And speaking of Truman, like you're the guy that got me to order the Stone Ramblers because you posted, if I recall correctly, your Stone Ramblers next to your Coach
yes.
Rambler. That just took me over the edge because I had the Coach, and it took me long enough to get the Coach. And when I finally got it, I'm like, wow, I'm just in love with the Coach Rambler. And then you posted your Stone Ramblers, and I'm like, oh man, those are just as awesome, but in a different way. Now I need the Stones.
The stones are actually. I used to consider the Coach also. Like I used to think about it like, oh, this is my favorite. And then when I got the stones, it just kind of it kind of like shifted. It went to the stones more. And for me personally, I really like the stones because just the character and like just how it looks, and it's so easy for me to edit.
Yes.
When I do my photos, it's one of the, what do you call it? And it actually taught me a lot more about editing. Stones really helped out. Yeah.
That is an interesting point that you bring up, because I always talk about how, as you wear the leather, you learn from it. But I never thought about the leather helping you learn editing. Like, you can learn a lot from the leather by wearing it and using it and stuff. But I was only thinking of it in terms of like the leather teaching you about the leather. I never thought of it in terms of like the leather teaching you about, leading you to other skill sets like editing. That is so
Yeah, I would
true.
never thought about it too. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's very profound. That's very profound. In fact, certain boots have so much texture and dimensionality to it that when you photograph it, you can really, it has such a range of that you could play around with. You know what I mean? And it's true with the Ramblers that you can do that with Rambler, specifically Stone and Coach. I think they're both sort of.
The Coach is a little more harder for me for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're going to capture the Coach, you really don't edit it. You just need to get a clear, good shot. That's for me personally for the Coach. Because every time I try to do my edits, the boot just it doesn't look good anymore for me when I edit with the Coach. So for me personally, editing with the Coach, I would just try not to touch it at all. I'll do everything else. Yeah.
Gotcha. All your shots look so amazing, but yeah, I'm looking at your stones right now. Holy moly. I said this when I got my stones. I said, this is everything I've ever wanted in a boot. Like this right here. This is everything I've ever wanted out of a boot. Like that's how I felt about the stones. Like, I love all my other boots. Don't get me wrong, but like, I get this question a lot. Like, if you could keep any pair of boots, which one would it be? The stones are definitely in the running. They're definitely, without a doubt. In fact, based off my mood right now, if I had to only pick one boot, it might be those stones. Yeah, it might, because first off, they're not like a brown. They're like an earthy gray brown, I would call it. And then it's got so much character, so much veining, so much fleshy character to it. And just so much of its depth translates onto the picture. And it just looks really brilliant. And I'll overlay some of your pictures over this video so people could see what I'm talking about. But man, it just looks.
Yeah, stones are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Every time I wear them, I'm always amazed.
Yes.
Sometimes I'd say like the photos that I take does not compare to how it really looks like in person. Seeing it in person is so much better.
Yes, it is. It's some of the best leather. You can't photograph it. Like, you just have to see it with your own eyes in person. You get a feel for it in the different lights. Like you're talking about, like direct sunlight, overcast light, interior lights, UV lights. There's a lot happening with leather. You know what I mean? And and you learn depending on where you're at with it. So, man, actually, I noticed too, you have some blue nubuck Trumans as well, right?
Yes. That is one of my hardest ones to edit.
Yeah. Yes.
It is. It truly is. It's hard for me to edit that boot. Because that's one of the boots where you have to capture the boot naturally with no filtering to make it come out really nice. And to do that, you have to be a really good photographer, because like my iPhone can capture it. If I take a picture with it with my iPhone, it's not gonna look good. I've tried checking with my Fujifilm too. It doesn't really capture the real beauty of it. If you see it in person, it's so much more
vibrant.
Yeah, vibrant. So much. Yeah. It's so much better in person.
Right. And what you're getting at, I want to say is the same thing with these. These are my Trumans in navy horse rump, and also a very difficult one to capture on camera. So they're navy, but yeah, like very hard to edit. Very hard to edit these. The lighting has to be just right. And
that is a gorgeous boot.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, I love these. Yeah, it's got some It's got some really good toe brakes. I don't know if that translates. My camera sucks. I don't know.
Nah, I can see
Like,
it.
yeah, it's like a new Mac, but for some reason, well, it's like 2 years old, I want to say now, but they just gave me the crappiest camera. But yeah, I think your blue nubuck and these have a lot in common. They're obviously different leathers. Like I think your nubuck is a cow leather, whereas this is horse rump. But
It's actually horse rump also, my new book.
oh, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, amazing. So maybe that's why I see so much in common then with these when I look at your blue nubucks. I feel like there's just so much in common. In fact, I feel like your blue nubucks, like because these take on like a nubuck type appearance because they're not
Oh,
polished.
really?
Like, yeah, they sort of take on like a matte,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like a
Yeah,
matte
yeah.
unglazed finish, I guess. So yeah, it gets dull in certain areas, probably due to the natural tanning processes that these go through as opposed to synthetic. But yeah, I see a lot in common with yours. So do you remember where they sourced that leather from? What tannery?
I am not sure.
Because this horse rump is from Mariam. So I wonder if yours
Probably
is
from the
also,
same.
yeah, it could be. I mean, it looks similar. That's what's so crazy about leather is like, and Phil from Ashland Leather, he says this. He says leather is a language. And I always found that very profound because it's true. Like it is a language, and different leathers and different cuts can exhibit this. They could be completely different, but if they're treated a certain way and waxed a certain way and conditioned a certain way and tanned a certain way, they'll exhibit some of the same characteristics, and that's what's so cool. So like a lot of my horse hide boots, horse rump, look like indistinguishable from my cowhide boots in a lot of cases. So
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but it's just true.
I ordered the Rudy from Butterscotch LB, the Regine. I don't know how do you say that? The Regine horse rump.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I learned how to pronounce this from a real Italian because I used to call it Regine. It's not Regine, it's Ruggine.
Regine. Oh, okay. I'm about pronouncing it wrong too.
Yeah.
The other one I'm getting is the Aubergine, and those were my grail boots that I really wanted to get from Truman's. I ordered those. Once they put it up, I was like probably one of the first ones to get on it. The only thing I didn't like is they didn't have the stitch down anymore because I really like the stitch down.
Right, because yeah, so much of the whites, I see like a lot of your whites, all your whites basically have the stitch down. I could tell you're a
Yeah,
fan of the stitch down.
I am.
Yes. Yeah, I don't blame you for that at all, sir. They look phenomenal on that stitch down welt. But yeah, I guess it was easier for Truman to make the transition to Goodyear welt. Personally, I'm not complaining. Like I enjoy stitch down, but apparently Goodyear welt is easier to resole, is my
Oh,
understanding.
really?
Yeah, that's what I mean, that's my understanding. I'm not an expert, but because I read Truman's explanation as to why they switched from stitch down to only going with Goodyear welt, and apparently it just seemed like it's easier with their current setup to do Goodyear welt and to keep doing it
Oh, okay.
for resole purposes, because apparently resoling a stitch down boot can be difficult. Sometimes they can mess it up. I guess like the Goodyear welt is just an easier thing to manage. Let's talk about those aubergines for a minute because I have so many friends with aubergine horse rump. That is an incredible leather. So I haven't jumped on those myself, but those are also from the Mariam tannery. That's a horse rump from Mariam in Italy. The same leather comes from, and yeah, it's got such a cool like typically when you think horse rump, you think shell. It's like you think shiny, but those aubergines, especially as they age, they almost go from a burgundy almost more into like a brown, almost like a brown nubuck almost is what they
Yeah.
kind of start to look like. Yeah, they're really beautiful. My one buddy JP at JP's Boots, shout out to JP, he loves his aubergines. They're some of his favorites. So what makes those grails for you? I'm just curious because they are
It's just the
beautiful.
color.
Yeah.
The color. Oh my God. I don't know what it is, but it's the same feeling I get when I see the black burgundy ramblers. Another one of my grails, my new grail, because I'm getting the aubergines now. So I don't know what it is about purple, but I just love how it looks like, especially on the 79 last. It looks really, really gorgeous.
So true. And in fact, if I didn't have, So if I didn't have the black burgundy, I would have jumped on the aubergine, 100%. 100%.
I'm still probably gonna get the black burgundy.
Yeah.
If they ever come out, I'm gonna get that.
Right. I'm with you, man. And then, well, also preventing me from getting the aubergines is I kind of have color 8 burgundy already. Like these are my Viberg service boots in color 8 Chrome Excel.
Oh, okay.
And to me, that kind of already fits the bill. I know they're not identical, but it's kind of got that rich ox blood color to it. And yeah, these are a little big on me. I should be a size 8 in Viberg. With time, you learn these things.
Yeah.
But I could still make these work with some thick socks because my foot still slides very cleanly in, and it fits. I love the fit. I still love the fit, even though they're just a little long. In fact, you probably saw Truman ran some oxblood double shot.
Yeah. I saw those. Yeah.
Yes. I was tempted by those as well, but again, these like kind of stopped me from getting those. So like these kind of stopped me in my tracks. So that's why I didn't opt for those oxbloods, but they're amazing though.
Yeah, they look gorgeous too.
Yes.
I saw somebody post one online. I was like, should I got this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't have to tell you this, but I think the truth is we want all the boots, right? We just want them all.
Yes.
It's hard to say.
I'll be telling my coworkers every time I see some boots, especially when Truman comes out, I'm like, why?
Yes.
There's so many good boots out there I want to get, but
Me too. I'm with you. Like, yeah, Truman is like a constant. They constantly torture you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're so good with their delivery. Like they pick amazing leathers and then they build them amazingly, and then they photograph them incredibly as well. So it's just like,
yeah, shout out to those guys. They really know how to take shots. Right?
Exactly. They really do.
They convinced me to get the stones.
Yes. And in fact, just yesterday, I think they posted their derbies. They have like a ton of derbies now on Commando Soul that are just obviously incredible. And I just left a comment. I'm like, I want them all. You know, like feel free if you're feeling charitable. Like, feel free to just send me one in each. Just call it a day.
They had one. I think it was released last week. The Cumulus Kudu. That leather is gorgeous. It's like, I'm hoping they come out with that in the 79 last.
Yeah,
because that was something I would jump on.
Me too. I think all their derbies. That's kind of what makes me hesitate. Is all their derbies are on the 55 from what I saw. All their new ones, anyways. I'll have to double check, but yeah. And I love the 55 last. Don't get me wrong, but if they were 79, because that 79 is like such a good fit on my foot.
Yeah.
It would be more of a no-brainer. The C55 is good. I'm just, yeah, it's just that almond-shaped toe. It sometimes squeezes my toes. I have wide feet, so but
do you size half up on that one, or?
Yeah, and that's another thing. So like when you go half up, yeah, you increase the length. You also get more width, but you also increase the length.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I'm kind of between sizes on that one. I think if I were to order it again, I might still go with the 8.5, like half size down instead of going true to size. Like my Rugine horse rumps are in size 9, and they're a phenomenal fit. Yeah, I love the fit. I just wonder, like, since it's a derby, I'd want to wear them with thin socks, because I'd probably wear them in the summer. So I might keep my 8.5, which is my standard 79 fit. So I definitely don't need to order any more shoes. But I'm with you. Those Cumulus Kudus, those spoke to me the loudest, probably out of all the new ones. So
yeah,
I have to say those butterscotch Rogine horse rumps.
Yeah, it looks so gorgeous.
Yes,
especially with the 100 lug sole. I'm a big fan of that. So I saw that. I was like, I DM'd them. I was like, you guys have a 7D? I'd get it. And they're like, and they hooked me up. Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking at it.
I think that was before. Yeah. I think that was before they came out again with it. So it was around January where I DM'd them. But then
Okay.
they started releasing them again on February for order.
Those are so beautiful. First off, yes, you have the lug, Vibram 100 lug sole, and then you have black stitching, you have black tongue, you have black rolled top edging at the shaft opening. A masterpiece. I mean, I like those better than mine. Mine are on the 55 last, and it's got matching tongue. It's got a day-night sole. Like, I love mine. Don't get me wrong. Mine are awesome. But these are like super, super nice. I can't wait to see
Yeah, the
yours.
Rudies are gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know that you're gonna like take pictures of them, and they're gonna look even better, like with your photography methods. Oh man, because the way that you take the pictures, like I said, seriously, they look so dramatic, and then you with that lug sole, it makes it just pop even more. It just makes it look like these boots have teeth, and these teeth are ready to chew into the ground and climb up a mountain, like that's what it like seriously, your
So
shots, like, I think inspire people to get more adventurous with their boots, because it's like you capture action shots, and I know what you mean, like you because I'm the same way. I don't like people watching me take pictures of my boots, because they're like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, especially my coworkers. It's like I have to look around, and then
it's one time one of my employees came up to me. It was at the end of the shift. I thought they weren't gonna come in yet, and I was posing. So she looked at me, and then she was blocking my my shot, and I was telling her, move back. She's like,
yeah.
what did I do? And then the shot came, and I had to redo it again. And I was like, don't worry, it's fine, it's okay. You were just in my shot.
Did you tell her about your Instagram account and all that?
There's some that knows that I do that, but I don't really like tell a lot of them. I like to keep it personal, but those who knows that, yeah, they know.
Yeah,
Some of them, they follow me. Yeah,
that's cool. I'm the same way. Like, I tell people, like, you're not going to want to hear about my boot obsession. You're just not.
yeah,
Yeah, you're curious, but you don't like, and that's why I started this channel, and that's why I started doing these boot talks, is because I don't know anybody in my personal life that's into this stuff, and I just wanted to sort of create a space where I can nerd out on my own, talk to other like-minded people, and essentially just pick their brains and create content that I think if we all were like living in the same town or work together or something, we could really have these rich discussions together,
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like a boot circle where we
Yes.
all just talk about boots.
Exactly. That's sort of my thinking on it, and that's why I think it's valuable to get people like you and pick your brain and hear your perspectives on it, because I think a lot of guys out there, they're like us, where they're like obsessed with boots and the imagery that comes with it, but none of their friends or family are into it, so they don't have an outlet to talk about these things. And so that's because none of my family or friends, they don't want to hear anything about it. Like, I've tried, and you lose their interest real quick.
Yeah, some of them would tell me they would never be caught dead wearing the stuff that I'm wearing. So I'll be like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But what's funny is every now and then I'll have somebody, a coworker or something, say, oh, I really like those. I'm not into that, but I really like those. It's like, yep, cool. I'm glad something resonates.
Yeah, I'm probably like the only person in the airport that wears heritage clothing to work.
Yeah.
One lady came up to me and she said, the only reason why I know you is from the boots you wear. And I'll be like, oh, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an amazing compliment. That's the thing. Even people that don't know good footwear, they can look at what you're wearing and be like, that impresses them. That leaves an impression in their mind, because quality doesn't lie. And when you know it when you see it, sort of a thing. Like, there's a lot of knockoff brands that try to duplicate what some of these heritage brands do, but you can't duplicate it unless you put in like the effort,
materials, the effort.
Exactly. So you're also into jackets a little bit now too.
Yes, I am.
Talk to me about that red Perfecto jacket that you have.
All right. red is actually my favorite color. It really is. I don't
Cool.
wear it as often, but red is my favorite. It's the one thing that always attracts me. And I had the black one first, the black shots, right? And when I
Yeah.
saw the red, I was always hesitant on it, probably because of the sizing. Because shots is always tricky too when it comes to sizing. And lucky for me, I got the 118. If it's perfect, I got that on the 38. And my chest size is, see what's weird about it, my chest size is a 43, right?
Oh,
Because I have a
wow.
wide chest. Yeah. So 38 actually fits really well on me. So I was kind of hesitant on getting the red perfecto. So when I got the red, it said to size medium on it because they didn't have the 38, 39 or any of those. They just had small, medium, or large, and extra large. So they had medium, but the one that pushed me further is what's his name? Eddie from Red Wing Eddie, I think is his name. He had it. I saw him wearing it, and that pushed me further. Because seeing it on him, right? Yeah, it usually when I see someone, especially on IG, when I see someone wearing it, right? It just motivates me more to like get it because I see it now compared to seeing it on the site's advertisement, right? They got some model with like it looks so loose on them, it look like you don't even know if they fit or not. But when you see another person wearing it, right? Yeah, it just makes you, okay, I'm gonna get this now.
Exactly. So that is a shot. Those are awesome. So you also have the black one too?
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, that your red one reminds me of my Arrow Leather hooch hauler in Russet Badalassie. It's also like a reddish color. I see your black one. Yeah, that thing is sharp,
Yeah.
man. Whew. That
Yeah,
looks
that
super
is
good
heavy
with,
duty. It is
yeah,
heavy.
and it looks so good with your black wax flesh uplands. Oh man,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, perfect pairing there, perfect combo. So
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, and so what leather are those shot jackets made out of? Are those
Cowhide. I believe they're cowhide. Yeah.
okay? Yeah, that red one is super sharp, man. That's gonna go really good with your Rogine boots.
Yeah. I was thinking about the same about that too.
Yes, that'll be amazing. That'll be super slick. Being that it's red, like you
They're
could also, I mean, you have a lot of red-ish boots that would go well with those. And hell, you could even wear black boots with that too. I mean,
yeah, you
I think
can. I have. I've worn them with red. I mean, I worn them with black.
okay. Yeah, I think red and black go very well together. Killer combinations. Yeah, I also noticed that oh wow, I didn't pick up on this last night. You have a very nice blow de chauffe bag. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, yeah.
That thing is slick. Wow.
Yeah, I actually have it here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab that thing.
This is my camera bag, right? I have a lot
Okay.
of stuff in here. I have my vest from work. And yeah, it's I've been wanting to get a bleu de chauffe bag so much because I've been seeing it online. And I wanted to get the Postman, but I really needed a camera bag. So this camera bag, yeah, I bring it to work. Yeah, this is what I usually take it, bring it to work. It's really, yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff in here. I mean,
Yeah.
everything that I got from right here, you can see it actually has like compartments, and you can like I put my drink in here too. My
Okay.
Monster. Yeah,
Nice. I
that's very beautiful.
yeah,
Uh
that's gorgeous.
Bleu de Chef actually reached out to me, and they're sending me what do you call it, the Postman bag. So I'm very thankful for that one.
Good
Yeah,
stuff. Because yeah, those are not cheap. And I think Matt Shabui has Shabui on Instagram. Do you follow
yeah.
him?
He has. Yeah, I do actually.
Okay.
He he has that. That's one of the reasons why like I got it also because I saw his shots, right? And I really needed a camera bag, and I saw that. I was like, man, that's so beautiful. It's just the the blue and the brown, the
Mhm.
contrast to it. It looks so, what do you call it?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just so photogenic too when I take photos with it.
Yes. Yes. that navy blue against that brown is such a brilliant color combination, I think. And yeah, and that bag in particular has a really nice, almost pebbliness to it.
Yeah, it actually does. You know, closer you can see it.
Yeah, you can see the pebble grain in there. That's brilliant right there. Oh man, amazing. Yeah, and those are not cheap. Those are beautiful bags. Unfortunately, there's not like a lot of companies out there that make that make really good leather bags, like Bleu de Chauffe. Is that how you say it? Bleu de Chauffe?
I'm not sure. I just say bleu de chauffe. Yeah.
It's like a French word. They're one of the few companies that make really good, high quality leather bags. I have a bag made out of brown Chrome Excel. Well, it's a combination of Chrome Excel and Essex leather from Horween.
Yeah.
And it was a lady on Etsy that was making them custom, and she just shut down her Etsy page out of nowhere, and I can't find her now. So I don't know where she is, but like if you wanted like a bag made out of Horween leather or something, it's hard to find somebody that can do it. So it's like, yeah. So like leather bags, I think it's hard to find unless you want to go like, the high end luxury route.
Yeah.
Gucci or Louis Vuitton or something like that. And then in which case you're going to shell out like thousands of dollars for it.
Yeah. I think I'll just settle for these. I'm not really into like designer bags. Do you know the Saddleback? Do you know that company?
No.
They also make a really good what do you call that? Leather bags. I think a Saddleback. From what I heard, it's very heavy duty, and it's very stiff too. So
okay.
I was gonna get that one, but this bag just really, what do you call that? It really drew me. And the thing I like about this one is this right here. So most shoulder straps that I have, that I've used before, it usually hurts my right over here. And these really, with the wool, I think these are wool. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah, that looks like
it supports it really well, and I like it. It's very durable too. It's not like loose. So when it goes down over here, it really helps out. That's one of the things I like about it.
Right. Yeah, that looks like it's very ergonomic and like cozy to wear. Whereas, yeah, like my Chrome Excel backpack, if I'm being honest, it's not super cozy. Like it's pure leather, and yeah, sometimes it does kind of irritate my shoulders just a little bit. So that's probably why, because it doesn't have like a wool fabric against the portions that come in contact.
Yeah, it's pretty genius of them putting it. I really like it.
Yeah, that is a very nice call. And actually, I have heard of this saddleback leather before, because I remember it. It says they'll fight over it when you're dead.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking at their front pocket leather backpack. Wow, that thing it's almost $600, but it looks so sturdy.
It's thick. I believe it's they're heavyweight also.
Wow. That's incredible. Man, yeah, I would definitely go for that tan color one. That is, whew.
Yeah.
That'll show some
tempting, isn't
hair. It? Yeah. Oh man, amazing. Yeah, I'm working on a 3-year update review on my Chrome Excel backpack. I hope to have that out here in a week or so. That thing I've because I'm sure like there's a lot of guys out there that, because this stuff is expensive, so I understand like they're super paranoid about their high-end luxury or high-end leather goods, but like this Chrome Excel backpack, like I'm telling you, man, I leave it in my trunk. I don't even bring it into the house. I leave it in my trunk, whether it's freezing cold, like it could be below 20 outside, doesn't matter. I leave that backpack out there. I throw it on the ground. It's got all kinds of scrapes and nicks on it, and it is showing no signs of falling apart. Like it is the most sturdy thing it's the most sturdy backpack. Like it's the most durable. And I always say, like, if you want to learn more about leather, like what leather can handle, try getting it in different goods, like a bag or like a wallet, and you'll see, like it'll give you a deeper appreciation for what your boots can take. You know what I mean? Because yeah, people are always like paranoid. Oh, they get these nice boots and they want to keep them nice and stuff, and they're worried about what kind of abuse they can take. And trust me, they can take a lot. And if you're curious, just get a leather bag and see what that can take.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So,
it's true.
yeah, 100%, my friend.
I like mine. Everything that I own, especially with leather, I prefer it worn out already and as beat up as possible. This boot here is probably one of the ones where I'm actually excited to see how it fully patinas out.
Ooh.
You see some scuffs already right here. The cinnamon wax flesh, yeah.
Those are insane.
Yeah,
Man.
I can't wait for. I beat this up like so many times. I don't really care, just because I really want to see how it looks like.
Right, man. Those are beautiful. Actually, could I see those again? Because those have like
yeah.
So those are cinnamon wax flesh, stitched down. Looks like double stitched down.
Yes, like double stitched down.
It almost looks like it's got double storm welt going on or something like that. It's like
it looks like, but I think that's just the leather. I'm not sure, but
okay.
Yeah.
Dude, amazing.
Yeah.
And especially on the toe there, it's got some brilliant wear happening, like really roughed up. And the tongue looks really good too. Where
the tongue is already worn out as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks so good. Oh man, you got the cinnamon wax flesh tongue. The heel counter as well. It's got some nice scuffs on there too.
This one has already. This one over here and this one.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. This one has. I'm still trying to wonder how I got this one too. But
yeah.
Yeah.
The best wear happens when you're not paying attention. That's when the best patina happens. And then you have a woodsman heel on that too, right? Is that a woodsman?
Yes.
Wow. That is sharp, man. Those are incredible.
Lager heels are.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh my God.
If you ever, what do you call that? Cinnamon wax flesh is really nice.
Yes. I don't have any cinnamon. All I have is the Java waxed flesh, and then I think that's it actually. As far as I have some waxy commander, which is technically a wax flesh, but it's not quite the same thing. Waxy commander is from Charles F. Stead Tannery, which they specialize in suede, whereas the wax flesh, that's from Horween, and that's its own thing, sort of a thing. So
that's the other leather that I was thinking about getting from Wrights. I just realized it was the olive wax flesh. That's another one I want to get.
Yes.
Yeah. That one looks gorgeous too.
I'm with you 100%. I'm like all into these green leathers right now, especially olives. Yeah, earth tones. And Truman has run olive wax flesh. Viberg has done olive wax flesh, and every time I see it, it just tortures me. I'm like, that is so nice. Like I love it so much.
Yeah, I need to get one. I think that's my next one I'm gonna get. Most likely it's gonna be the olive wax flesh.
Man,
olive wax flesh bounty hunters, or probably the MP last. I never got the MP one.
Okay. And so I think you just like inspired me for which whites to get. So I'll probably do the the whites bounty hunters in olive wax flesh, 8-inch. Yeah, lager heel. Oh man, I need to.
You should hit them up if you have any questions regarding size. They can help you out. Yeah.
Sounds good. Oh man, that would just be so badass. Oh, I'm just imagining it now. Oh
yeah, it looks so gorgeous. If you've seen the photos they took, just go on IG and check up olive wax flesh for whites.
Okay.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
I will. Oh, I know I won't. I'll be the opposite of disappointed. I'll be saying, "Here, take my money." Speaking of green boots, have you seen the new Truman's? Their evergreen Chiha that they.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I put in for those. I want to say about 2-3 weeks ago. I just sent them an email. I said, hey, if you have that evergreen Chiha in, because I think they dropped a teaser for it. I said, let's just get this out of the way now. Like, all right, so here's what I want. I'm like, I want 20 last. I want gunmetal eyelets. I want I forget all the specs that I sent over, but yeah, I'm gonna do the Evergreen Chiha smooth out, and then I'm gonna
Wow,
do
the
a.
20 last. That's
I'm
something I'd
very
like to see.
Yeah, me too. I'm very intrigued by their 20 last. I really like that sprung toe look, the more bulbous toe, and
Yeah.
yeah, because I love their 79 last, but I'm always interested in having more room in the toe box. Like that's where I always love to have more room. So I have two coming on the 20 last. Actually, I have the Cloudburst Kudu as well on the way on the 20
Oh,
last.
those
So
are gorgeous. Those
yeah,
are gorgeous.
yes, yes, I love Kudu, and yeah, here's some Kudu. Mark Albert Forest Green Kudu. Shout out to Mark
Yeah,
Albert.
those are nice. I like those. Parkhurst also has a really nice kudu also, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Spruce. Yeah, the Spruce Kudu. Oh man, those are super nice. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Kudu. It's a nice lightweight leather, and it stretches really nicely, and it smells really good. And what I love about it so much is just, I mean, you could probably see all the
Yeah.
cool. I mean, that's not from wear. That's just how the leather looks. All the really amazing character that it has. So, and the Cloudburst is crazy because the Cloudburst has almost like it says in the name, bursts. Like it's got like
Yeah.
lines. Like it's nuts. So
I
I
need to
can't.
get me a kudu. I haven't really had a kudu yet, but I need to get one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. So it's also from Charles F. Stead, similar to the Rambler. You'll notice that it's dry compared to the Rambler. The Rambler's like got a very waxy finish to it, whereas the Kudu, it's kind of dry, little lightweight, more lightweight to the hand on the hand feel, but it has just as much character, I would say. But it's completely different compared to Rambler. Like Rambler is like I said, there's some similarities, but I think Kudu a lot lighter weight, breathes a lot more. It definitely breathes a
Oh,
lot
okay.
because yeah, because it's not a super tight grain, and like I said, it's stretchy, so it's spongy in a lot of ways too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's spongy. And if I had to compare it to another leather, I would compare it to the moose, the moose hide that
Oh,
I
the
have before.
moose. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I think the kudu is very similar to moose, and I guess it makes sense because they're both wild animals. I guess they live similar lifestyles, so they're not domesticated. Unlike a cow or a horse, the moose and the kudu antelope are both very much they're wild, so they're out there. They have hard lives. You know, they actually get
Yeah.
they actually get beat up out there in nature, and yeah, so that would explain like the lighter weight leather, possibly. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think you'd like kudu. I think kudu would be up your alley.
Yeah, I'd probably get a green, one of the greens from the, what
Yeah.
do you call that? Greens is very interesting in that leather.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like green has such a cool earthy look to it. And green is one of those colors that, at first when you're getting into boots, it's like, okay, give me the blacks, give me the browns. Green is like never on your mind at first, but then when you discover green boots, you're like, it's all you want. It like really pulls you in.
The
At least,
only green I have is the Thursdays, olive, the olive suedes that I have, dark olive suedes. That's
yes,
the only green boot that I have. So
right. And I remember I remember your first post. It was you had those all dark olive suede Thursday captains, and you poured water on them.
yeah.
That was awesome.
I tried that on the wax flesh too. I really wanted to try when it rained, but during that time there was like a drought in California.
Oh,
So yeah.
well, if the rain won't come to you, then
Yeah.
you have to bring the rain
Create
yourself.
it.
Man, that was a cool video. I'll overlay that over this as well so that people could see what I'm talking about. But yeah, you just see the water just beating off. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. That's what I love is like showing people what the leather can handle, because I know so many people are like, oh, I'm not going to wear these in the rain. It's like, well, look what happens when they get wet.
Yeah.
They don't get wet. It just beads
Right.
up. Yeah. I'm curious. Do you have any other? So you mentioned some of the makeups that you have on the way, like some new Iron Rangers, and you mentioned you ordered some new Trumans as well, right? That you have on the way.
The Rudy and the Aberdeen. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Rugine, yeah,
those
the
two.
Aubrey. Those are going to be amazing. Do you have anything else on the way currently?
No, those are the only ones that I have.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now I'm kind of on a tight budget. So I'm
Gotcha.
really trying to minimize my spending on boots this year.
Yeah.
So those are just the three that I'm getting right now. Right
Okay.
now. So maybe later I
Right.
might get something if something really catches my eye.
Exactly. I'm trying to slow it down myself a little bit too. Trying, but
It's
like
hard.
it's so hard.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
because there's always something new, you know.
'Cause I wasn't planning to get the Iron Rangers and the Hawthorne Mule Skinner. I
Mhm.
wasn't planning on getting it, but I kept looking at it and looking at it, and I just pulled the gun and got
Yeah.
it.
I don't blame you.
So
I don't blame you
yeah.
one bit. Those are amazing. I have a friend who he has some Iron Ranger mule skinners. He's not really a boot guy, but he got those mule skinners, and that's like the only thing that he wears. And he has just beat the living crap. I mean, he hunts in them, he
Oh
hikes in
wow.
them. Yeah. He, I think, does literally everything in them, housework, and he conditions them all the time too. So they're not light at all. They're like completely like soiled in
Yeah.
boot oil. And they're pretty gnarly looking, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's money well spent right there. If you want if
Yep.
you want a boot you can destroy, that's a good candidate, you know?
I used to have that mentality where I just wanted one boot where it would be my go-to boot all the time, my daily driver.
Yeah,
But it all changed.
right.
Yeah. It just I don't know. I just kept seeing boots and I just kept on falling in love with each one.
Right, and, it's funny how that works because it's like, okay, you get the first pitch, it's like, "All right, well, here's a boot that will last forever, that you can do anything in, you can resole as many times." And so you get it, and then it's like, yes, I love this. And then you start seeing other versions of that boot in other leathers and
Yep.
other makers. And then soon enough, you're like, you're like, well, as much as I would love to just live my whole life in this one pair, I want to experience these other leathers and these other makers, and you can't do that if you just have one pair. So you gotta kind of
Yeah.
diversify a little bit.
Yeah.
There's like the gateway pitch that they give you, the initial, like, oh, Goodyear welted, blah 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 blah. Try these out, and then because once you get started, then
Yep.
you're not going to be able to stop.
I try to tell that to some of my friends. I
Yeah,
let them, what do you call that? Like once you start wearing them, like I don't think you're gonna start wanting to get like, because I used to buy a lot of Nike. Now I don't. You know, I
yeah,
mean, I still buy them, but not as how I was before. Where like if I see something, I want to get it right away. All boots. Like
yeah,
even on a hot day, I still wear boots on a hot day.
exactly. I'm the same way. Like, we're both veterans, so we're no stranger to wearing boots no matter what. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, if I could wear boots, if troops wear boots in the desert, then I can wear boots when it's hot out.
Yeah, people think I'm crazy when I'm wearing boots. And
Yeah,
I'd be like, I just feel more comfortable wearing boots.
right. Me too.
Yeah.
I feel like they're me. I feel like they exemplify my style. And yeah, I feel like me in a pair of boots. That's the best way I can put it. Like, I feel good in boots, and I love them, and I feel like they complement my personality and my style. So I'm with you 100%. Like, there is no such thing as boot weather. Like, all weather is boot weather.
Yep. Definitely.
And, man, so I'm curious about your thoughts with some of these Indonesian makers. I have two pair, and then I have a third pair about to get delivered this week. Actually, I did the run. I went in for those. I don't know if you saw them. They're Sagara boots that Isaac at Pigeon Tree Crafting did a pre-order for.
Oh, forgot what it's called. Is that the marble one looking?
Yeah, the marbled ones. Yes.
Oh my God, those are so gorgeous.
Yes.
When I saw those, I was like, oh, if
Oh
I
man.
wasn't, what do you call it? But yeah. I probably would have got that one.
Yeah, I would love to see how you, especially you, photograph those things because they're incredible. I'm trying to find a picture of them. I don't see any on my phone. I know I have
You know what?
some stored away.
The Indonesian bootmakers make really great monkey boots. They
Yes,
really do. That's if I'm gonna get a if I'm gonna actually buy from them, I would get me a monkey boot.
absolutely.
Those, yeah, those actually really caught my eye, especially Jake, the almost vintage. His monkey boots looks really, really gorgeous. But he got it from Flame Panda, right? I
Yes.
believe so. From the yeah,
Yeah, he had Flame, or sorry, he had Pang at Flame Panda make his. And
yeah,
dude, I agree wholeheartedly. Like those monkey boots that the Indonesian makers are pumping out are some of the best. They look
they
so
are. Oh my
good.
God, they are. People don't understand when I talk about like what do you call it, especially the monkey boots. That's one of the boots that I'm really interested in.
Yes. Yes. Me too. Well, yeah, if you have any questions, because I actually have some Tahuras on the way in olive horse rump from, and this will be my first time having horse rump from the Chloe Tannery.
Oh wow, olive.
Yeah, olive horse rump monkey boots from Chloe, and I ordered those through Tahura. I'll be sure to let you know when I get those. Like I know how it is, like with the Indonesians, like you don't know how the sizing is going to work and all this. So I'll be sure to like make videos and explain all that of my experience. But I'm very, very excited to try out some monkey boots from the Indonesian makers because they look so freaking perfect, you know,
Yeah,
so
so
awkward.
gorgeous too.
Yeah, yeah. So they're so proportional and the stitching is so nice and I don't know everything about the execution of it just looks it's just flawless. Not that I'm looking for flawless, but they're flawless, you know. And actually I found the marbled.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, those are gorgeous. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God. I showed
Yeah.
that to my coworker. I was like, look at this boot. Look at this boot. And they were looking at me like I'm crazy. I was like,
Yeah,
this thing is gorgeous.
it's so crazy looking but so amazing at the same time. it,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what it looks like to me is it looks like they painted. It doesn't look marbled to me. It looks like paint streaks in the boot. That's what drew me in about it because marbled leather. I don't have a I don't actually have an example around me, but yeah, marbled leather looks like it sounds like marbly, whereas
Yeah.
these look like almost yeah these look painted like with a paintbrush.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those look like an artwork done on the
Yeah,
boot.
literally a work of art. Yeah, yeah. Oh, here's a good one. I saved them all.
Oh man. Yeah, yeah. I see the strips you're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Man, yeah, I can't wait for those. You're completely right about the Indonesian monkey boots. Oh man, they just do such a good job on them. And so yeah, these are from Sagara. And
Sagara.
yeah, what's funny is I got a shipping notification just like 2 days ago, and it was from a post office in Bandung, Indonesia. I think that's what it's called, Bandung, I think. And
Yeah.
and I messaged all my friends. I'm like, which one of the Indonesian makers? Because I think 3 pairs on the way. One from, or I have two. No, I have three from Renav Goods on the way. I think one from Tahura, and then one from Sagara on the way. I messaged all like my friends that have experience with Indonesian makers. I'm like, who sent these? Because I don't know what boots are on the way.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know, man. That's just a post office. That's not their. It's like you have problems when you don't know what boots are on the way.
Yeah. Which boots are these?
Yeah, shoot. Which one of the boots just shipped? Because it's driving me. It's gonna drive me nuts.
I get that sometimes, especially when I get a shipping notification. I'll be like, which boot is this one that I ordered? And then
Right,
when I see the
right.
name, I'll be like, oh, okay, it's this one.
Problems only a boot collector will ever know.
Yeah.
And there's not many of us out there, but
It's a happy
but
stress.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We encounter different types of stress. Yeah, I'm looking over the list, and man, we hit everything I wanted to talk about
I
before
just
we
want to
close.
say thank you to you, to
Oh man,
IG,
absolutely.
and all the, what do you call that, inspired me to do, what do you call it? Nick from Stridewise, he's like one of the ones that kind of got me into it too, to get into IG.
Yes.
He probably doesn't know it, but yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll let him know. We DM back and forth sometimes, and I'll be sure to let him know, because yeah, he's a great guy. He's busy. Like he
is.
He's doing a really good job. Like finding people out there that are, you know, consumers, and finding writers and finding content creators, and like sort of getting everybody's perspective on it. He's a great guy. And he even recently, I don't know if you saw this week, but he went and he was on Beddoes Leatherworks. I don't know if you follow.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. And he went, Trenton and Heath, he went on their channel. He went on the guy that cuts, I can't remember.
Rose Anvil.
Yeah, Rose Anvil.
Yeah. I watched those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of him too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. He does stuff to boots that I would never dream.
Yeah. It's interesting though, seeing what's really made. It's really good to see.
Right. It is. It's awesome to see him slice them in half and just show the internal components. And I got to give him credit. He does a lot of science. You know, he does a lot of testing on the materials that.
Oh yeah.
You know, nobody else is going to do. But yeah, Nick at Stridewise, he's an amazing guy. I'll send him your regards.
Him and you were probably the biggest ones that influenced me to buy the Truman boots.
Oh, cool.
And yeah. And then seeing your post on IG, it really motivated me to like, because like I love boots.
Yeah.
Right. And I just wanted to show it off. And the photography part just came with it. I never really thought myself to be a boot photographer until I actually started posting on IG.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, man, I mean, that first off, that's deeply humbling to hear. I mean, thank you so much, because you you know, likewise have inspired me a ton, and I think you're really bringing a good influence to the boot community with your photography methods and just your delivery and your style and all that. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. I encourage you to keep it up, because you're doing amazing stuff, amazing work. And like I feel the influence, and I'm sure, I mean, dozens of other people feel that same thing coming from you. So yeah, I mean, I'm very humbled to hear that, you know, I played a small part in helping influence you along the way. And and you know, and this is what's so great about it is with our journeys, we can continue to influence each other in positive ways.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Not so positive for our bank accounts, but positive for our styles.
Yeah. We'll always be there when it comes to boots.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. 100%, my friend. But yeah, man, I mean, thanks again so much for coming on today. I know, like, you know, these talks can get kind of lengthy, but I can't thank you enough for taking the time.
Thank you for considering me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime, my friend. And hey, you know what? Like, this has been so much fun. Like that, you know, I have to thank you for hanging out, but I think we should do it again, you know?
Yeah, man, of course.
Maybe a couple months from now, we could make it happen again. And, you know, and like I said, anytime you want to just reach out, you have a question or anything, like, feel free, DM me on Instagram or, you know,
yeah, man, we'll do.
Yeah, I'm always down. But like I said, I can't thank you enough. And the boot community, I'm sure is gonna eat this up. They're gonna love to hear your perspective on this, and they're gonna love your style and your boots. And by the way, if you're not already following MARSHAL RIGMA on Instagram, well, then you all should go do that right now, because he's one of the best accounts out there for boots, hands down.
Also follow Aerosurf.
Oh yeah. You can follow me too if you want, but I don't have nearly as good a shots as you there. So.
You make great videos.
Oh, thank you.
Make awesome videos.
Well, thanks to you, I got a great video under my belt today. So Yeah, I can't wait to start editing this one and get this one out, because this one's going to be totally epic. I have no doubt about that. So yeah, brother, thanks so much again. Yeah, and like I said, hey, maybe you could come on with me and Dave next time too, because Dave, he's got his own channel, and I always like getting him together with different people. I think that's always fun. So
Oh yeah, man. You
yeah,
should.
yeah, that'll just be the best. So all right, brother. Well, hey, thanks again so much. This has been amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is my profound honor and pleasure, sir. So, all right, my man. Well, you have a great Saturday, and I will talk at you next time. All right.
All right.
All right. Sounds good, man. Hasta
All right.
luego.
All right, man.
Thanks.